Redneck Ryan here, and today we're going to review the Trubble Bubble. Just got this in from Hasbro Pulse. While I may not be first, and that's okay with me, it is fun to finally get these toys in. They're shipping out. Hopefully you've got yours. So let's go ahead and take a look at this pretty cool little toy. Here is the box art for the Tele-Viper with Trubble Bubble. We continue to get I think it's a great mix. You get figure photography on one side, and you do also get the artist rendition. You will also get the breakout for what accessories come with the particular item itself. Again, it's going to call out the Cobra Tele-Viper and Trubble Bubble. Of course, it is a Cobra faction. This is like the first Cobra vehicle mainline release that we've gotten. The Baroness came on the Cobra Island, which was a Target exclusive, so it's nice that we're finally getting more Cobra vehicles that we can fight the Ram cycles with. On the side of the box, you do get the artist rendition. You'll also get the call out for being number 79, the QR code, as well as the rankings or the whatever you want to call it, the capabilities of the Tele-Viper itself. With the website not being up, it's kind of hard to see that. On the back, you do get the breakdown of what is included. Of course, the size of the figure, as well as some of the accessories that come with it. The Trubble Bubble has the same listings, and then, of course, we do get some callouts on some different features you'll see here. Down at the bottom, it does also give you the attributes for the Trubble Bubble. So let's look at what comes inside the box. So you are going to get, of course, the standard G.I. Joe Footlocker number 79. And then if you do flip it the right way, you'll see that it does have some like Footlocker type detail towards it. Again, this is Cobra. The one that really stood out to me is the shadow box art that we've been seeing. It's been pretty darn amazing. This is the same artist rendition that came from the front of the box. It's just in the grayscale or black and white, and the details really pop out. The artist who did this, top notch. This actually made me appreciate the Tele-Viper more than I ever did before. As a kid, watching the Sunbow series, they were kind of treated as like the doofus type officers. You know, they were stuck behind a computer console. You didn't see them as being true badass Cobra bad guys. But man, this artist rendition, it just shows that these guys are not to be messed with, and they will mess you up. They may not be eels, they may not be snow serpents or vipers, but damn, don't mess with the Tele-Viper. So let's go ahead and look first at the Trubble Bubble. Now, when you do get the Footlocker, it is bigger because the Trubble Bubble is assembly required. So you do have to go through and put it together. This back piece has to be popped on. The gun has to be popped on as well, too. They just peg right in. It's pretty easy. But overall, the Joe team did this right. I mean, it's absolutely amazing the detail that they were able to get into this. This is all paint apps. It's not decals, so you don't have to worry about having to put stickers on. You know, if you got big fat fingers like I do, it's difficult. They have all the rivets on there. Even behind this piece, which you peg on, it still has detail in there. The bottom has detail. Places where you wouldn't think that they would put it, there's detail. It's pretty awesome. The engines have vanes that turn left and right, so you know it can give you some action poses. It does have a couple extra like fins down here at the bottom. The gun is mounted on a dumbbell. I did heat mine up to get it to pop on, but as you can see, it has some just amazing detail they were able to get for this gun. If I can get it to focus, there we go. So, you know, adding a little wash to it if you want yours to stand out even more is pretty easy to do. It does also have the peg for the blast effects if you want to add those as well, too. Just a nice little addition. The yoke itself is on a hinge, so it flips open. It makes getting the figures in a lot easier. You all also see detail on the control panel. Oops, I'm knocking the camera now. Get it to focus. This does have detail on it. It gives it like a readout. It also has the motorcycle control so that you can pop your figure's hands on there. And of course it does turn left and right. Great detail on the bubble top itself, it is clear, but it also has like a HUD display as well. Just like this extra detail, this is all painted on apps, which adds just more to this particular item. And then, of course, the seat belts and the chair detail. This is really nice because when you do pop your figures in, you can just secure them in and you don't have to worry about them coming out. The missiles are on pegs. These pegs are left and right, but the missiles sit on them, so they're those kind of dumbbell pegs, but they'll peg on to the Trubble bubble. You can put them on or take them off depending on if you want to, but it's pretty cool that they have these now included. These again are keyed for left and right, so you want to make sure that you get them on the right side. You do want to look at those on the inside, and it will show you. It does come with the mine as well. It is smaller than what it was for the original Trubble bubble, but again, more detail. Just like the original, that comes off. If I can get this to show up, you can see there's just great detail in there. Again, this does have a little peg at the bottom, so if you want it to make it look like it's being fired, or however you want to have it, but this is just a nice little added feature that came with that as well too. So let's go ahead and look at the Tele-Viper. What I like about what the Joe team has been doing is they were able to take one of these figures, and this has pretty much just been kit bashed from a number of different figures. It looks like the lower legs are from Recondo. I know the boots are. The arms, I want to say maybe it looks like what we've seen on the Range Viper. And then, of course, you do get this to show up the great Cobra Tampo on the side. And then also, get this to show up. You can see he has just like a readout gauntlet, and then pouches on both sides. It's just little details like that make a figure stand out. And looking at this Tele-Viper compared to the original, I have to say, just might be just a step ahead. I know it doesn't come with, the bare arms, which I know folks have said, well, it used to come with the bare arms, but now it's like has this like Under Armour type suit on, which I understand why it's done. It allowed the Joe team to take a figure that would have been just one color and then allow you to get extra heads. So now you can have different color Tele-Vipers. So if you did get multiple packs of these, you can have different colored Tele-Vipers. And it also comes with this. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a robot or like a flight helmet. If I can get it to focus here. But you can see it does have different features, and it also has a little bit more detail on the back than what comes with the standard Tele-Viper helmet. So that's another cool feature. So, you get 3 different heads so that you can pretty much customize your figure to look however you want them to look. Again, it does come with the neck articulation with the dumbbell joint and then up to the head. It is standard articulation. Again, just doing the off-camera strength to pop the head on. That does come with classified figures. Okay, now it doesn't want to focus. There we go. So your, arm articulation does have the butterfly joint, so you get pretty good movement back and forth with those. The double pinless knees and elbows, so great movement with those. The drop-down hips. All of that stuff that comes pretty much standard with the Joe figures. Of course, a nice callback to the weaponry that the Tele-Viper did originally come with. So they actually added some paint apps to the top here. This is supposed to be like a pulse cannon, some sort of electronic type device, which is I think it's better than thinking it was like a television camera or something. But just some nice detail on that. Of course, it does have the ability to port blast effects in as well too, so you can, add one more feature to that. So overall, with the Flight Pod and Tele-Viper, I have to say, I don't like the ratings, the 4 out of 5s, whatever. I just think it's a great figure. It's a great toy. And if I'm 10-year-old Dreadnought Ryan, back in 1986, and I see this on the shelf, I'm going absolutely crazy with the fact that this is something that I can purchase. Now being, middle-aged Dreadnought Ryan, the fact that you can find these amazing toys, it just blows my mind of how far we've come, and just how much detail the Joe team is putting into this particular line, and then just some of the gems that we're getting out of this. So that's been my review of the Tele-Viper and the Bubble of Trouble. I mean, the Trouble Bubble. Kidding. Both home runs. If you can pick this up, please do. I hope this will be back available on Hasbro Pulse. I know it was out there for a little while. It looks like it's sold out since it is started to ship. So I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you're at on the Island of Misfit Toy Collectors. Remember, Cobra! So go have a great day, morning, night, wherever you're at, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Thanks.